Welcome to Dark Horizon Creations. I'm Mike, and today I have a very special video review for all of you guys. This is the Lanard Toys 12-inch Jungle Hunter Predator. These figures were first announced back in December by Lanard Toys. Of course, they are the same company who produces the Alien figures that are Walmart exclusive. They've produced two separate lines of figures. You have the 7-inch scale figures, which you see on either side of this one, and this particular 12-inch scale action figure. Thus far, they have released 4 different figures, 3 7-inch figures, and this 12-inch figure. I have all of them in front of you. I'll be reviewing all of them this week. But I'm really impressed with these figures, even though they've been marketed more toward kids. You know, they aren't as menacing or scary looking as the NECA figures. They don't have human skulls and spines and things like that in the packaging. But they are really, really detailed. You know, they have 25 points of articulation on the 7-inch figures, 22 points of articulation on the 12-inch figure. And it's really, really nice. You know, you can see the nice open box display there. The Predator logo in the upper left-hand corner. Down in the lower left-hand corner, there's a warning about the LED light that is on the plasma caster. And it has a button right here. If you press that down, this will light up, which I'll demonstrate in just a moment. And as soon as you let this go, this deactivates. Whatever you do, don't stare into this. Don't point it at your kids or your pets, because it will hurt their eyes. It's as bright as a small laser pointer is. The other features that he includes, if you press the top of his head, his mandibles will open. And, you know, it's just a really, really nice figure. He's got his wrist blades there. They don't move in or out. They're stationary, soft rubber. And just incredible. Now, the figure does not look like it does right here. I have custom painted this action figure. I spent about 4 days working on it. And I completely repainted the entire figure. I tried to get another one to compare them side by side for this review, and I couldn't. But I will show you an image of the stock figure on the back of this box. So what I'm going to do now is take him out, set him to the side. And I will take the box and turn it around, and there's some artwork here on the side here. Predator logo on this side panel. Then on the back, you have your obligatory product shots, which show the wrist blade, the biomask, plasma caster. This is what the figure looks like. He's molded all in this yellow, greenish color. The body net's molded into it. Here and here, you see silver paint where his arm should be green. They bothered not to repaint this, as well as here, which you can't see behind his shin armor. And it has a little bio. It says, Predators, the most deadly and elusive hunters in the universe, have now chosen Earth as their otherworldly hunting ground. Special forces, police, and intelligence operatives, now aware of these deadly creatures, have united to track them down. But really, who's tracking whom? Utilizing advanced alien technology, these deceptive extraterrestrials have an array of weapons for any situation or environment. From dense tropical jungles to concrete-laden cities, the unseen predators stalk their prey and will only leave with trophies in hand. Test your mettle and choose your predator. Grab them before they disappear. Let the hunt begin. And over here on the left, you can see some of their language, the script there. I thought that was pretty cool. And then this nice artwork up here on the upper right-hand corner of the box. So what we're going to do now, take a look at the figure himself. And I'll take his biomask off to show you guys the articulation. His head will move from left to right. A forward and lateral movement at the shoulder, double jointed elbow, wrist swivel. His entire upper torso is on a ball joint. Forward and lateral movement at the leg, double jointed knee, and ball joint for the ankle. And he's extremely posable. He is a little bit top heavy because of the plasma caster and the power pack and all that stuff. But a really, really nice looking action figure. He stands right at 12 inches or 30 centimeters tall. And you can see all the way around. Just really, really nicely detailed figure. And again, you just saw what he looks like on the back of the box. He didn't look like this. And I'm going to move the camera down a little bit here. So I'm going to point out to you guys what I did to this figure. To begin with, he has a black wash. I repainted the body net black all the way around using Elmer's paint markers. And if you guys don't know, you know, on different websites they call this a fish net. That's not what it is. This body net's made out of metal, and it actually regulates their body temperature because they are from a tropical planet, and it adjusts their body temperature to whatever environment they're in so that they can stay cool or hot. But it serves two other functions. The first function is it camouflages them in the IR spectrum. Just like the vision you see in their biomask, they see body heat. Well, this hides their body heat. It conceals it from other predators because there are two different factions, and sometimes they're hunted by another faction of predator, and it protects them from their most fearsome enemy, the xenomorphs. The xenomorphs, excuse me, can also see in the IR spectrum. The third feature of this is that it projects the active camouflage system that he utilizes, that bends light around him. So in the first movie from '87, when you see him coming up out of the water, it's short-circuiting. That's coming from this body net that he's wearing. So I completely repainted that. I repainted his wrist blades. I dry brushed a little bit on his wrist armor. Okay, and you can see that on the shoulder mount there. I repainted this because there are a lot of areas on the side and under some of this stuff, like his shoulder armor here, that was this green, and I painted it silver, then went back and weathered it. I've also repainted his fangs here. Those weren't painted in, and I painted in his skin inside of his jaw. You can see I weathered the plasma caster here. I've also painted his wrist computer. You can see that's weathered. I painted his belt buckles here. Okay. I painted all this and weathered it. Everything you see in here was this lime green color, and I painted it silver. Again, I painted a strap here. Under his shoulder armor here, I painted the locks on his appendages. People like to call these dreadlocks, thinking that's hair. They don't have hair. This is some sort of appendage that they have. Bottom of his thigh armor, that's been dry brushed as well as weathered. Okay, all the way around you can see everything that I repainted. Weathered his belt, that's been dry brushed in as well. His pelvic guard, I painted it. Dry brushed his shin armor, painted in the back of his legs here, as well as his arm here. You guys can see where that was silver. I tried to match this green. I mixed and matched probably 6 or 7 different shades of green, and I could never get it to match that one. See, I've painted in his claws on his feet, as well as his fingernails. I just went all the way around, tried to make him look realistic. I painted in a targeting laser on his biomask. I weathered it. We'll put that back on. And I custom made him a spear. This spear is made out of a dowel rod. The two spear tips are actually the tips off of mechanical pencils that I glued on. I cut 4 small zip ties and glued those on around the dowel rod. Then I primed it with Krylon matte black spray paint and went back with a chrome silver color. And then I dry brushed it with black and with gunmetal. So he has a spear that he can hold and that you can pose him with as well. And you guys can see he's a really awesome action figure. Now let me demonstrate for you the targeting laser. Move this box out of the way. So again, if you press this button here on his chest, it's going to light this up. See if you guys can see this. There's the targeting laser. And I will turn it around You guys can see that. See how bright it is. It will hurt your eyes if you look into it. I made the mistake of doing that. And again, as far as posability and stability, you can put him in just about any pose. The stability is based on his upper torso, which is top heavy because of all of this. And, you know, you just kind of have to reposition his legs and his feet to make sure they're stable. As long as they're stable, he's stable. And he'll stay in just about any pose that you put him in. And, you know, these figures retail for just at $20 here in the U.S. I've already seen them going for $50 to $80 on the aftermarket on Amazon and eBay. So if you have an opportunity to pick these up, you need to pick up at least two. One to play with and one to collect and put away. Because the value on these figures is going to skyrocket. You know, Nika or none of the other guys are doing anything like this. Lanard, you really knocked it out of the park with this figure. Very, very awesome. As well as the 7-inch figures. They're extremely nice as well. And you guys see over to the right here, this City Hunter Predator. I'm going to be reviewing it next on YouTube. For our Patreon page, we are going to repaint this figure. I'm going to do a step-by-step tutorial on how to repaint the City Hunter. And over here you can see the Jungle Hunter, which is the 7-inch version of the 12-inch figure in front of you. He's got the active camo. And then the Berserker Predator. Those are the 3 7-inch figures that have been released so far by Lanard Toys. And this is the only 12-inch action figure that they've released. The 7-inch figures, I've seen them going for $40 to $50 on Amazon and eBay. They sell for $9.84 in Walmart. You know, 25 points of articulation. You're getting at least one accessory. You know, if you look at the City Hunter, he's got 2. He's got his staff and the throwing disc. Jungle Hunter's got that capture claw. Again, you know, these are phenomenal figures to collect. You know, and to me, I like these better than the Nika figures. Not just because of the price point, but the features on these action figures. They're well worth 2 to 3 times what you're paying for them. So there you have the Lanard Toys 12-inch Jungle Hunter Predator. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video review. If you haven't already, please follow me on social media. Like my Facebook and Instagram. Follow me on there, Dark Horizon Creations. And please also subscribe to this YouTube channel, Dark Horizon Creations. Hit that like button. Hit that little bell icon so you get a notification of new videos. Just over this past week, our subscription has tripled. And I just really appreciate all the support that I get from you guys. It's always interesting to interact with people from around the world who share similar interests in science fiction and fantasy as I have. And I like meeting people from different walks of life and talking with them and things like that. You know, it's always fun to meet new people. You know, I can't say that enough. Particularly you guys that live in other countries from around the world. I love to talk to people that live in other parts of the world. And you know, it's just fascinating to me to meet people from different walks of life, different backgrounds and things like that, and to see, you know, how much we have in common. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video review. Stay tuned. There's more to come.